Good evening, Ryan.
Hi, evening.
Good evening. Very good. Ryan, your golden jacket. It keeps...
I had a couple of sales today, so before I put on the jacket.
Wow. Couple of sales.
Yeah, we got 2 or 3. So yeah, just went into Escrow with int.org.
int.org?
That was $15,000.
So, yes.
Very good.
int.org. Very nice domain. Very nice domain.
.org.
.org, yes. But
yeah,
it is a keyword as well, aren't?
Yeah, it's got loads of applications. The buyer is launching a crypto in South America. So pretty good sale for us. We've had it 6 weeks, and we paid less than $100 for it. So it was a nice sale.
Very nice. Outreach? Did you outreach him, or
that was inbound? That was someone
inbound.
Approached us. Yeah, that was someone that approached us. We have been doing quite a lot of outbound on domains.
Yes,
but this particular one was inbound, so it took about a month to negotiate. We were looking for more, but to be honest, a sale's a sale, and sometimes you need to know when to sell and put on your gold jacket.
Of course. Congratulations. And then what else?
There is 2. We've got. Let me just have a quick look. AuthenticLuxury.com.
AuthenticLuxury.com. Interesting. Yes.
$5,000.
$5,000. Bang.
Which again, it's a nice price for the domain. It's a nice brand for someone.
Yes.
So that went into Escrow as well today. So those 2 sales, and then obviously a big acquisition in the UK space, I believe.
Acquisition, yes. Or was it your sale?
It was my sale, yeah. So do you want to tell everyone?
Yes, we can break the news. Hello. And before we start, good evening, everybody. My name is Helmuts, and I'm the founder of Host Maria, and Host Maria is run by No Stress Limited. And I also recently acquired Icon Domains. And up here, what you see is one of the 3 guys behind .uk group or uk.group. .uk group, who recently announced that they did purchase Flip.uk. Then they purchased DNForum.com. Then they purchased OR, 2letter.com.
Yep. Yes.
For close to $1 million.
Yep.
More or less. And DNForum is gone. Yes.
It is gone. It was actually part of Digital Candy. It's part of Digital Candy.
Oh, so it was yours.
It was mine. And at the time, we were looking to basically buy Acorn Domains at the same time. So we had a provisional agreement, and someone swooped in the 11th hour and ruined it.
Okay.
So then we got chatting, and we were looking to bring in a full-time moderator and stuff like that, and it doesn't quite work for him. So we accepted an offer from someone else, and we've just sold it.
And we can congratulate each other on the deal. And
well done.
Good evening, everybody. I'm the new owner of DNForum.com. It is that simple. Press releases are coming out soon, and whoever is watching, you hear these news first.
Yeah, no, it's a nice addition for you.
Oh, here we go, Sam.
It's a nice addition for you.
Yeah, how's it going?
Here we go, Sam.
It's a nice
Sam, you've got some background noise.
Yeah, give me 2 seconds. I've got loads of screens on.
Give me
2 seconds. I've got.
And 1.
Come back.
Awesome. Okay. Sam is like a hockey player. He comes in and he destroys whatever is on his way. Sam? And thank you for the very, very nice offer. And of course, it is a good sale for you. And still, you left some money on the table. Thank you for that.
I think it's a good deal all round, to be honest. And it's going to a good home. I think you'll do well with it. So, yeah, I'm happy with it.
So what can we say? DNForum never leaves Britain.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I think
The empire is still here.
a lot's coming to the UK.
Yes.
Lots of conversations happening. There's a couple of conversations I'm having with China about tying up brokering for them in Europe and America.
Yes.
So I think the UK hub's going to be quite good.
So Sam.
Yeah. How you doing?
Hello. Did you hear the news now?
So you went and got another forum, yeah?
I suppose you've got another job as a moderator at DNForum.
Another moderator, yeah?
And thank you.
You're
So
nuts, that's all
we are nuts about domains, aren't we? All of us.
Yeah.
All of us.
Yeah. Crazy.
Look, Ryan buying a domain name for 1 mil, an investment. Or Ryan, you are now trying to buy another .com domain name.
Yeah, there's two letters I'm working on. One of them I can't talk about, but it's 6.5 million for a 2-letter. And then the second one is for a client, and that's kd.com, and that's looking at 4.75 million. So there's a few transactions going on at the moment for 2 letters. So yeah, it's a busy week. These are the kinds of things you want to work on, you know.
Sam, this is when we start talking about nuts, or are you looking for your nuts now?
We're all bloody nuts. I tell you.
Absolutely.
Anyone that's into domain names is nuts.
We nearly actually sold. We had an offer for h.co.uk.
Nice.
Earlier in the week. The offer came in at 5,000, and 5, then we were talking at 150,000. Semi-agreed, and they're doing their due diligence. That's just for the .co.uk though. So you'd have VAT on top, so 180,000 it would be.
Wow.
May or may not go ahead. It's kind of but it's in negotiations, so we will see. But that would be quite cheap for a 1-letter, to be honest. If you try and buy one, you're going to struggle to get it mid-6.
Is that the end buyer or an investor?
That's an end buyer. They're running the numbers and stuff, but it wouldn't be a bad sale at that price. It gives some kind of positivity to the UK market as well. So we'll see what happens with that in the next few weeks.
That's impressive. And who owns .uk?
Well, we own them.
And
what do you mean? What do you mean? Who owns the h.co.uk?
So you own h.co.uk.
They don't want the .uk, do they?
Yeah, we own the pair.
You own the pair, and the buyer is interested only in .co.uk.
He hasn't got the budget to take the pair, basically. So we're doing one, and we might do the second one in a year's time to him. But the price will be the same, irrespective of whether it's .co.uk or .uk.
Okay.
There won't be a price difference.
If they do it within 1 year?
If they do it within 1 year, the price will be the same. So if someone comes to me and quote and wants one of the pair, then they're paying the same price for either. They'll just get it for half price, basically.
Okay.
So we will see. That's quite an interesting one.
Wow,
there's been quite a few inquiries this week for UKs. Although I don't know what you think, Sam. For the last for Easter, it seems to have gone dead for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's dead because it always goes dead for a certain period of time. I haven't really been concentrating on sales, to be honest. But yeah, it's gone quiet. Most of the leads that I've got are long-term leads that I've had for months and months and months, and they're just dragging out. Oh, yeah, we might be able to buy it this month, and then next month, no, we can't buy it. Then the next month, oh, we're still interested. Then the next month, we're still interested though. You know, it's just like that's all I'm getting at the moment. But I'm not a pushy seller. I don't really push to sell the domains. See what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I've got a bit of a kind of a workflow on it, so I'm generally quite aggressive with the sales. And if they don't want it, then I'm not really that fussed either way, to be honest. You need to be serious about your business and stuff. If you can't afford a domain for 5,000 or 10,000, you've got a business. You know, what kind of business are you running? The guy that tried to buy h.co.uk said, look, my business doesn't really justify having such a good name. And I said, well, the thing is, it's a good asset to invest in. At the end of the day, you've come to me, you wouldn't buy a Ferrari if you're going to use it as an Uber. And it's kind of the same thing. You're trying to buy a Ferrari.
Yes.
So they need to realize or just jog on, basically.
Although yesterday I did see a guy with almost new Tesla S doing deliveries. Yep.
Wow. Nice.
Maybe that's what I should do. Deliveries in a Lamborghini.
Wow. You've got your nice Mercedes.
Yeah, maybe I should start Uber. I think it's good, and I've seen a lot of people be successful in it. And if you've got a lot of spare time, so yeah, it's quite enjoyable. But the amount of miles you must run up doing it.
Yeah, that's.
They don't get much though, do they? Per drop. Drivers, do they?
It's got to be a tough job, especially if you're driving around in a Tesla. I mean, that's the quickest way to ruin an asset. Deliver them, but
and especially the new one. If you have an older one that has got free electricity, then at least you can try getting something. But
they need to get into domain names. That's where it's at, isn't it? It's quite a good opportunity, I think, this year for buying.
Oh yeah, definitely buying. I've been selling some at trade prices to my friend Jeff, as we all know Jeff.
What have you sold?
I sold him sponsor.co.uk.
Nice.
Okay, nice.
I sold him a couple of free letters. So yeah, I'm always willing to sell certain names. Not obviously Jeff offers decent money, but I will sell some names at fairly good prices. You know what I mean? Like trade prices, but not to trade, if you get me.
Jeff's a good buyer. Mo's a good buyer as well. They both pay reasonable prices for an investor.
Yeah.
I tried to buy an.co.uk. Did you see that one?
AN?
Yeah, I did see it. I was gonna email and ask, but I couldn't be bothered, to be honest, because I knew there were loads of hawks on Acorn Domains, and they'll be like, it's just too many people wanting to buy it. I don't know how much it went for, and I don't really care. There you go.
I offered 6,000, and Andy Bell bought it for 10. I believe he bought it for 10.
Rewind. Maybe 2016, 2015, maybe 2014. Oh, actually, I used to work for Angie, right? I used to work for her personally and deal with her portfolio.
She's famous around, do you know, Angie?
Yeah, she's got G, hasn't she? She's got G.co.uk.
Yes, so she's under Any Village. In the press, there was a huge blast that there is this domain investor lady who has all the village names, and the local council should get them, but she just snagged all of them.
She literally got every village name.
Smart girl, smart. Okay, sorry, I did interrupt you.
No, she got every village name, and she went out and bought loads of 2 letters and singles. She's probably got the biggest portfolio of 2 letters. She bought G.co.uk. I think it was 96,000. She outbid Google to that. Google was actually bidding for it, and I think she's still got it now. But yeah, she's got the biggest portfolio. But I think she spent a couple of million in the nominal auctions on it. But 2 letters are a long-term hold. You know what I mean? You've got to have the right buyer. Same thing with a 3 letter, really. I've got loads of 3 letters. Some of them may never sell. Some of them might sell. It's just, you don't know.
I think I've had about 5 inquiries on 2 letters in the last month, and I'm quoting about 50,000 for a pair, which I think I spoke to Sam before, and Sam was saying about 100,000 floor price for what you should be selling for. But I've quoted 50,000, and it's quite a hard sell. What have I had? NP.co.uk, that came in. QB.co.uk, that came in. And 2 or 3 others. So they do get offers and there's interest, but it's a hard sell. You need to just wait, basically.
As the price tag is higher as well.
Yeah. I mean, with the .com, you can kind of justify it, right? And it is appreciating asset. The UK market at the moment for the last 2 years has been rock bottom, which, like, if you can buy a 2-letter for 10,000 even, it's a pretty good buy, as long as you can sit on the money for maybe 5 years. But you can soon rack up big amounts of money tied up. And probably the worst thing for an investor is to be able to not be liquid. So if you overcommit and then you can't buy any more, or you've got to take crappy offers because you haven't got the liquidity, then you're a bit stuck. And there's a big drop down as well from 10,000. If someone came to me, I'm going to be paying about 6,000, 7,000, so they're going to take a big drop if they want to exit quickly. So you need to be careful. But 3-letters are fairly cheap to buy. A decent 3-letter, maybe in auction, 200, 500.
Do you buy them?
Good.
Do you buy 3-letters?
Sorry, no, I don't like them personally. I buy .coms all day long.
Okay.
I wouldn't buy UKs. So .com, I would pay between 10 and 15,000 for any combination, and then if it's a good combination, then I'd be maybe 15 to 30.
Okay.
And then you'd be looking at 6 figures for those if I was going to resell them. But .co.uk is just a bit risky.
So we know that Snapnames AEOK.com was sold for for 337. That's what 30,000 30,000 pounds. What do you say? Echo Oscar K
Kilo.
Yes, kilo.
I'd have to do some research on it. I don't know off the top of my head. It doesn't look like a great combo. I suppose the thing is, if you avoid Q and J, avoid Q and J, and then you're up to the 20,000 mark for a .com. So
Just
it's got a J.
Just those two ones, yes. Q and J.
Yeah. Avoid Q and J, and you're up to the top tier of domains. That massively affects price, including 4 letters. So if you've got a 4-letter .com, if it's got a J and Q in, you're at $150 investor pricing. If it hasn't got a J and Q, then you're in at maybe 220, and then upwards for obviously quality ones like a CV floor prices. If you can buy one below 2,000, that's a good buy.
And you never know about those letters. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, one of the best tools to use is obviously .db.
Okay.
So if you look into how popular a domain is on the comms, then look at .db. Have a look at the number of extensions registered. That's a good barometer for how in demand the domain will be.
Yes.
So anything below 5, I would say, is going to be a really tricky sell. And if anyone comes to you and it's got 1 registration or 2, then basically avoid that like the plague, because you'll be sitting on that for 100 years.
Sam is saying that his Melon app is, so the streaming app is cutting off. Sam, from my side, I can see that you are having connectivity issues. So there are connection bars, and I can see sometimes your connections go to the minimum. Maybe you've got amazing webcam. You've got Brio, yes. Maybe you want to reduce the resolution to 720.
Okay, I'll reduce it. See what happens.
And then it will balance out.
Okay, I'll drop it down.
Occasional losses.
I'll drop it down to 720 now.
Yes, and 720 will be great. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we've lost the amazing quality of the picture, but gained fluousness of.
Yeah, it's a big difference between 720 and 1080.
Guys, do you remember how you got into domaining? How did you get into domaining?
I sold my first domain in 2008. Pizza2go.co.uk. Got £300 for it. And then I didn't do anything for like 6 or 7 years. Then I started buying for work. And then obviously about 18 months ago, I went serious and started buying .coms.
Pizza2go, did you buy it? Was it yours? Or
yeah, hand registration, and put it on Cedo, and it sold.
Oh.
And then I think I had 5 domains or something. And then I just got busy with work. And then I started buying premium to work, and that's how I kind of got into it. it's quite important if you're going to sell domains that you've actually like bought some high-end purchases yourself to understand, when you're selling to someone, if you've done it yourself, you understand the pain they're going through, and it should be painful if you're buying a quality domain. So
Sam, do you remember your first one?
What domain names? Well, I invested years ago, but I was stupid. I was too into my cars and my drinking, and I didn't remember the next day normally. I registered loads of domains back in 98, 99, 2000, and I knew lots of people would drop. I knew the guys back in the days like Chris Holland and that, and all the guys that used to drop catch, and they used to catch like names, and they were selling them to credit card companies and everything, and I knew what was going on. But at that point in time, I didn't know how to get into it, and I didn't know how they were doing it, so I didn't look into it. But I registered a few domains here and there. Then later on, I sort of, after I went into the IT business and everything else, I was doing it on the side, and wanted to earn money just full time doing it, because I just didn't want to have a boss anymore. You know what I mean? And I just took the chance and started buying and selling domains. And I started out just hand registering domains, selling them to people, LinkedIn, phoning them up, you name it, 350, 450, 500 a day. I was really proactive actually back then. And then the thing is, as you progress and you get more domains and you get more money, and then you're like, oh, I've got this coming in, this coming in, this coming in. Oh, I can't be bothered to do anything. You know what I mean? And you're like, you get a bit lazy, and now I've got to the point where I'm investing in other things, right? And now, because I'm stretching my funds, and spending a lot of that, it makes me work. I think it's good to do that, because it makes you work harder to generate more money, because you spend like you reinvesting in a forum. I'd be reinvesting in something else, or reinvesting in this, and then taking that money away, so you're not as relaxed as you normally are. You know what I mean? And then you have to go out and make more money, because with domains and that, it's good in that when they're selling them, it's not good when you're not selling it. If you're just purely living off domain sales, it's very, very hard. I like to do everything, the affiliate side of it, the traffic side of it, anything I can. Obviously on Clubhouse, I had loads of people that I built up on the platform, like what was it, nearly 4,000 members, and they were mainly Americans. We did, remember, because of the club.
Yes.
Obviously, I've changed it a bit now, but I think Clubhouse is starting to sort of, people are starting to merge onto Twitter Spaces now. Have you seen that? A lot
yes,
of
they keep popping up. They do keep popping up.
Because what they did is they pushed all the clubs into houses. Now, a lot of people didn't like that, because there was clubs, right? So you had a club. Now they've pushed every single club, so you're a house. And it's just really weird. And Clubhouse was really good at the start, but it's like I've got Club Deck on my computer, and I loaded it up and oh, look, there's a room. It's 11Cs. I said, I logged in there the other day, yeah, and I was like, hello. I said, Jamie, are you still doing this? And I logged in there.
I remember Jamie.
I went back in there at 5 o'clock. He's still there. I said, mate, do you ever get any work done? Because I said I had to come off Clubhouse because I never got any work done. I was on there the whole day, and I was like, what have I done today? I've done nothing. I've actually done nothing. And like, for a couple of years, I was just literally wasting my time on Clubhouse because, we were in the lockdown. That's when it initially started. So, it was fun at the time, but not anymore. Need to make money now.
Do some sales.
Probably the best thing to do is go on the forums and put a post up saying, I'm buying whatever it might be, 4letter.com. My budget's 100. Yeah. You'll get people come to you, snap them up for 100. You'll sell them easily for 200 within a month or something. So it's quite a good return. It's low investment. I'd be on the forums. I'd be on Facebook groups saying that I'm buying whatever it might be. I've got quite a decent following on LinkedIn, so I generally will post out there my buy requests. But yeah, you need to get in there in the auctions as well, keeping an eye on Cedo. What is it? Dropcatch.com, Namejet.
Okay. Yes.
The Acorn Flip, if you want UKs. So there's a good opportunity. I think the biggest thing here is that it's amateur market across everything. The key players own big portfolios, but there's still a lot that goes on, and it's held by amateurs. So it means that they want $1 million, and then suddenly they want £100. So there's good opportunities for anyone who's coming into domaining to make a reasonable amount of money.
There are lots of deals going on forums. Absolutely.
I mean, if you look at aliens, that was a great, that's a good buy for an investor. And without the forums, how else are they going to get a liquid sale quickly? Because you're not going to put it on Dan or anything like that, because it's too risky.
Hold on a minute. I just figured out why I'm why my connection is so bad.
Okay.
I'm running through a VPN through France, so I better turn it off.
Okay.
Yeah, hold on a minute.
That's the bloody melon app we are using. Okay. He has frozen nicely. Which Escrow service do you use, Ryan? You said that is going to Escrow, that is going to Escrow, that is going to Escrow.
Escrow.com.
Escrow.com.
I only use it.
Why?
So I used Epic last year,
Yes.
and 33letter.coms. The transactions were 54,000, and they kept the money, didn't they? So I've managed to recover it, but that took 6 months, 8 months, something like that. So I only use escrow.com now. I won't use anything else.
Okay.
But I'm looking at escrow ourselves through Digital Candy and Brandable. I'm looking to get licenses. So you have to be really careful. I'm super careful, because if it goes wrong, it's a lot of money.
Absolutely. And why not using Cedo? Cedo is they take 3% now.
They're trash. The problem is they're trash. When you try and buy something, there's all these extra fees and stuff. I just don't like Cedo at all. For buying, it's great because you can get the odd bargain on there, but I wouldn't use them. No way. I'd use Dan. I'd use Dan.com if I put a lead in.
Yes. But their
5%.
percentage is like what, 20% now? 25?
15% if you use their name service. If you don't use their name service, 25%. But
Okay.
if you load the lead in, then it's 5%.
5%. Okay.
Escrow's 0.89, and Dan.com's 5% if you load the lead in.
Okay.
So both of those are quite well known, which is why I prefer them, and they're quick, relatively quick.
But still, you would prefer the more expensive Escrow.com.
Escrow's cheaper; it's 0.89%.
Oh,
so under 1%.
Oh, I see.
And it's better because you have to verify. So whoever you're buying from has to provide identification.
Yes.
Therefore, the money's got a track, which is quite important. You don't want to get caught in some shady transaction. So I quite like escrow.com for that.
Yes. Sam is back, connecting probably from Moldova or Pyrenees or somewhere. God knows.
I'm sorry, I keep forgetting which connection I'm on. I was on a French connection for some reason. I think I was trying to bypass something in France.
Why do you use VPNs?
I use them for several reasons, but I can't say on here. But I use VPNs for lots of reasons. A lot of it is to bypass certain things so I can watch certain things in certain countries because there's restrictions.
Like Netflix or something.
Yeah, it's similar to that, but it's just other things and like I don't know. I've always used VPSs mainly because I don't want to just be running on a normal connection, so it'll be bypassing somewhere. I just don't give out my. Yeah, I mean, I've always used, like, if you go into a shop and you're on your phone and you're just using your standard, you log into their Wi-Fi and you're not on a proper connection, they can literally basically find out anything about you, or they could literally hack your phone or whatever. I just go via VPNs It's just more secure. That's what I think, anyway.
It depends. It depends, Sam.
But I'm not
an
using
interesting story.
cheap
We just
VPN.
recently had one client, one of our users, who said, "Look, whenever I go, so I'm using VPN. I want to be safe. I want to be good. I'm experienced. That's fine. But whenever I go to your hosting platform or on my websites, I cannot reach them. What is going on?" And so we had to do a research, and it appears that VPN he was using is in spam house listed, so basically blacklisted VPN. There you go, and then you can't access anything, and then there can be a side effect
Yeah,
as well.
the cheap ones are a lot of them are spam listed. Yes.
Yes.
If you're paying for cheap ones, if you're paying for good ones, they're generally good. As in, they will be good servers. They will be fast. There's just a few connections that I have to access servers. I have to go through. I have to go through a VPN to get there because the IP is blocked from the UK, from my UK ISP service. Yeah,
Really?
my ISP. Yeah, certain ISP services block certain
Yeah.
things. Right. The only way to bypass it is through a VPN. So there you go.
You must be involved in something really exotic.
Yeah, I've got loads of Bitcoin servers on
Well,
on
Bitcoin isn't
VPN.
exotic anymore.
I got Bitcoin servers mining coins while we sleep.
Talking about three-letter domain names, have you noticed that a floor of a LLL.com has gone up? And just recently, we could all see those random offers for $12,000, $15,000, and now those are gone.
I've got 2 3-letters that I'm selling for 15,500 each.
Oh, where?
svq.com and quw.com.
And where have you listed them? Where have you listed them?
LinkedIn, and
Okay.
maybe DNForum a while ago. Just looking to clear them out and upgrade.
I was just looking for the lowest priced 3 letters at Sedo. At Afternic is useless. You can.
There's
you
one
can
on
feel-
Afternic.
Yes.
There's one on Afternic that I think it was 15, and they offered it to me for 10. Floor price on Dan is 19.
Okay.
For 3-letter. But the forums is where most of the trades happen, or on Namejet or somewhere like that. But I think you can get, there's a couple floating around. I think the price has come down. Last year was really good. The price has come down a bit compared to last year.
Okay. And how many have you guys managed to snap between all 3 of you?
So just me on the comms.
Just you.
I bought
Okay.
I bought eight last year
8 last.
for 110,000. And then I sold them. I pretty much sold them out for 165.
Oh, very nice.
Which is how I met Jeff, actually, because I sold him one of his 3letter.coms on Acorn.
On Acorn.
About 6 months ago. So I put a post up. Can't remember what it was. UZX or something. No, it wasn't. It was. I can't remember what it was. It was a nice combination. Put it on Acorn. He just said, "Yeah, sold," and it completed within like 4 hours or something through Escrow.com. And then I started chatting with him, and then eventually we went into this .uk group together. So that's all thanks to Acorn Domains.
I did hear about .uk group only thanks to Sam. Sam, you mentioned it here, did you?
Yeah, I did. I think so. Yeah. Yeah. I can't remember. Did I see a post about it? Yeah, I did. You posted about it, didn't you?
Yeah. They were really, really strange. Yes, the first time when I heard of them. Magical.
Well, yeah. Obviously, I don't know Ryan that well, but I know Mo. I've met Mo, and I know Jeff. I've dealt with them for donkey's years. But yeah, it's all good for the UK space, isn't it?
Oh, Jeff is coming to London as well.
Is it?
Yeah, Jeff over from Canada for the main summit, so that's cool. He's over for a week. I think he's actually got family here, so he's coming over. That'd be cool. Obviously, Mo lives in London anyway, so he'll be there. And Brandable will hopefully launch at the end of May. And then Flip, also the new Flip, will go up probably end of May, first week in June. Big changes to both of those sites. Brandable's really, really nice. We've got so obviously integrated payment, inline chat, lease to own. We've got also wholesale for investors, so you can put your pricing at retail for the general public, and when you're logged in, if you meet criteria, you can then see liquidation deals and wholesale deals that are loaded in. You can renew your domains. So we're a registrar. You can renew your domains. Consolidated invoices with VAT. You can choose with or without VAT. What else can you do? We're looking at a subscription-based model as well. So rather than paying, say, 9% on a transaction fee, you can pay a monthly fee, and then that will drop down. But yeah, we'll accept. You can pay. We can take payments, PayPal, bank cards, crypto. It's a really nice interface. I've got 2 designers working on it. I've spent about a month, 6 weeks scoping it out. We've got designers on it at the moment. That's going to take to the probably another 2 or 3 weeks. And then I've got 2 developers who are building it. But yeah, major amount of work gone into Brandable from the ground up. So that's going to be, fingers crossed, a game changer. And that's partly why with DNForum, I've got Brandable, I've got Flip, I've got Digital Candy. We're doing domain loans, and then we're doing fractional ownership. So you have to be careful with your time as well, which is partly why I was open to selling DNForum. But the domain loans will be a big one for us.
Have you got before we go to domain loans, Brandable, is it brandable.com or brandable.co.uk?
.co.uk.
.co.uk.
So brandable.co.uk.
Brandable.co.uk. All the extensions will be accepted, or just .co.uk and .uk?
Yeah, just .co.uk. It's quite clever how we're doing it, because if you've got a pair, we can match the pair with, let's say, 2 people. One owns each of the pair. We can consolidate them together. There's some cool stuff specifically for .uk, so it will only be .uk's, because then we can do marketing behind it. One of the biggest things, it's all well and good having a domain platform, but unless people are aware of it and it's trusted and you've got your Escrow license and everything else, that's the hardest part. The marketing behind it and getting that message out is going to be key to making it trustworthy, so that a bit like Dan.com, that when you buy a domain, you get the domain, and you also, the seller gets their money. So that's probably the biggest thing. But yeah, that's been a big job. And then
it's simple. All the OK domainers are taken. So sadly, we've raised our advertising prices up. But
it'd be good. We'll do some advertising when we launch. Fingers crossed, end of May. Fingers crossed, because some of these things drag on a little bit.
Sam, do you have some questions about listing, about some fees or something on Brandable? You have lots of LLLs still, yes? Or you've sold all? Sam, your mic is off. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, give me a sec. Yeah, I've got lots for sale. Yeah, but
you've got Awesome. You've got Cobra.
I'm not going to list them on marketplaces. No, I'm just going to keep them obviously for myself. But yeah, I'm building a platform myself. So I'm going to keep that to a secret.
So you are building a platform for yourself?
Yeah, I'm building a US platform, and I'm building a UK platform, which is currently being built at the moment, which is a marketplace and auction platform. But I'm not competing against anyone. It's my own personal platform where I'm going to list my own domain names, and then obviously other people can use it. But obviously I've got a large audience which I can advertise it to through Clubhouse.
The more the merrier. The more the merrier. I mean, I've got back orders, 25,000 domains that are coming on the platform. So I mean, yeah, the more options for people, the better.
Okay.
At the end of the day. But the battle is not in having the platform, which in itself, like when you look at Cloudflare Enterprise Plan, when you look at Azure hosting to get global resiliency, when you look at the technology we're using to build the platform, that's part of the challenge. But that's the easy part. The hard part is getting people to trust it and getting it out there, advertising, marketing. So it's just the start. But the more options people, the better. And there's obviously, there's loads of people. You've got DN.com.
Oh yes, who is working on and he's pushing it quite hard as well.
Yeah, the thing is, there's a disconnect between China and Europe and China and America, basically. Which is why it's difficult for them to cross sell. But yeah, the more the merrier. But there's loads of people rushing towards it. I mean, I suppose the biggest change that's going to happen, which might apply to DNForum and Acorn, is the fact that people are kind of, or domainers are moving away from registrars. So NamePros launched their landing pages. Now, if you use NamePros, you can use their landing pages. NamePros is looking to become a registrar, so you can renew your domains through them. So in the past, it was SSL and various bits and bobs that registrars or hosting companies offered. Now it seems like it's migrating away. So a marketplace is going to be the key one to get domains under management. That's going to be there's a big shift going to happen.
But that's strange when the forums start competing with their own users, especially with old users. I don't know. Is it good business?
It's traders, isn't it? They want domain traders. The thing is, no one's going to trust NamePros, are they? Let's be honest, right? Because end user. This is all about end user, which is why.
Oh, of course. Yes.
Yeah, like Brandable or Dan.com. It's about something you can trust. NamePros is for domainer to domainer transactions. They have to put marketing behind it and stuff. That's the hard part. Payment gateways, all this kind of stuff. But there's going to be a lot of innovation, which is the thing I was trying to allude to, and that's really, really good for general public people or domainers who want to sell their domains. The more options they got, the better.
Sam,
yeah.
Did you just hear that? Ryan said, "Come on, buddy, come on into the UK space. I'm waiting you."
I purely was building a platform just for my domains, and then I had a couple of people that I know that said, "Oh, can you build it so we can list our domains or whatever?" But if they want to use it, they want to use it. But I'm not gonna have any commission, any percentages. I won't take anything. I'll be a completely free service, 100% free. I'll be running it off the servers, bouncing it off the servers, and they'll crash the servers, and I don't care. It'll be just a bit of fun, really, because I I know a lot of domainers. I know a lot of people on Clubhouse, and they just want everything for free because domainers want everything for free. So mine will be a free service running on crap servers, and then see what happens. It's just a little project of mine. But apart from that, I'm just still trying to catch domain names.
But you are still listing your domain names on other marketplaces. Yes?
Yeah, I've got them on After Nick and Dan and all the places like that. But the better the coverage, you know what I mean? It's like if I could list a domain on Ryan's platform, there might be different buyers. You know what I mean? I'd have it on all the platforms. You know what I mean?
Of course.
But the thing is, every platform's different. So a lot of the guys that I know in the US, they want things for nothing, so they want to sell, or they want to trade off their .coms cheap, so they want $50. So what they want to do is they want to list their domains cheap. They don't want to pay any commission, and then they just want to deal with each other and sell them that way. You know what I mean? They don't want to pay a commission for such a low-end domain. You know what I mean? But not many services are going to allow you to do it for free. That's where I come in. But yeah, if it worked, then I would just make money off advertisements or something. I don't know. It's all a bit of fun for me.
So free listing, no commissions, something.
Free listing, no commissions. You
can have payment gateways.
It's got a payment gateway, but I won't be using it. So it'll be similar like a flip sort of thing where they deal between each other. So it'll be mainly for domainers, yeah? You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Not for end users as such. But then again, you never know, because some people come on to flip and everything else, and they might be end users. You don't know. But when you start getting complicated and adding payment gateways and integrating it with Dan and everything else, just look at similar places like DNWE. They started off as a subscription model where you had to pay to get in to the site, which didn't do very well. And now they've unlocked it so you can get into it. But
the thing is that inherently that the DNWE, I mean, it's kind of like, I suppose, when I was saying with our platform where you can list your domains with retail, but you've also got access to wholesale, you'd integrate it in one platform. Dan, for example, should offer that service where you get like that. That's some of the things we're looking at with the DNWE. The domains on there, they're not great domains. You still have to go through Dan, so you've got to pay 12%. So they, at the end of the day, it's a really basic site that it hasn't been built from the ground up to handle everything. It's an API from Dan. If you're already paying 15%, how much can they charge you for that facility to liquidate a domain? If you're talking about a domain for £50, then go on to Flip or go somewhere else, like more suited to those kind of things. If you want to sell a domain for 50,000 or 10,000 or 100,000, right, you need a brand behind it, and you need trustworthy. You need the inline chats. You can speak to support agents. You need an office, the telephone number. All of these things inherently what building, and the more options, like Sam says, is the better. But we can't have our server going down and stuff. Not when we're transacting on a domain for 10 grand or something. That just wouldn't. That wouldn't be in that wouldn't happen. When I think what we've spent for a logo and stuff like that, it's crazy. But I want to be the market leader in the UK because I think that they've been so underrepresented. When you go to Dan or Cedo, they're always the 20th choice or something. So the actual marketplace isn't driving any value for you unless you're using it as a landing page. And to be honest, because I own so many domains, and Mo and Jeff on the UK's, there's quite a lot of cross sales where someone's looking for one domain on a marketplace, but they're open to different combinations of those domains. And so you might inherently get a sell because you're looking for a keyword within your domain. And that's where a marketplace should work for you rather than just offering you a landing page. So I get, like, if you're offering a landing page, it should be free because, to be honest, it's a landing page. Server resources are fairly cheap for an HTML page, But if you're actually like what Squad Help or Brand Bucket do, where they add value with the logo, that's why they charge 30%, because they're actually doing most of the sell for you, because the actual domain behind it is, let's face it, it's not a premium domain name. So that's why they charge their fees, and so they should, to be honest, because they're adding value.
Of course.
But it's
the business to survive, they need to charge the fees. They need to charge the fees.
Yeah.
Sam?
And
yeah, it's true. Like Squad Up and all the rest of them, they charge for golden coins and all this other rubbish. Then you've got to submit it and do this, but they do that, and the domains do actually sell. I'm amazed at what domains sell on Squad Help and all the rest of them, but it's because of the logos and because they've got so much publicity and certain clients have bought from there. So it's all about the image. You know what I mean? It's like when you sell a domain name for a high price, and if someone trusts you that well to not go through Escrow and everything else, then that you've got some kind of trust behind you. You know what I mean? When you've been in the industry as long as I have, a lot of the people I transact with now, I don't know how they know me, but they trust me to send me large amounts of money. And that's a good thing in a way, really. And, Definitely. It's just like domainer to domainer. If Ryan was buying a domain off me, I wouldn't hesitate because I know him. I would just tag change it and send it to him before the money. It's things like that. And LinkedIn and places like that, everyone... It's like I know all the guys from the US now, Paige, Howe, Braden, Pollard, all of them. And before COVID and everything else, I didn't know them. But You try and get. Have you tried to get? You should have got Paige Howe to the London event.
I did try.
Oh.
It is a bit far for him.
Yeah, he's always.
Yes.
He's working from. I think he's working for Free Name or something now, or Free. .io. One of the TO.
Yes. Last year I was considering both Tess or Paige Howe as a speaker moderator.
Yeah.
And then yes, Paige Howe couldn't. Tess needed more time, and this year, once I had an opportunity, invited Tess first.
I was surprised with the amount of people that didn't know her on Acorn Domains, but I think
that is surprising.
You've got to take that with a small bit of salt, because there's a lot of people on Acorn that are probably just pressing no. They don't know her, and they do, because if they don't know her, then they obviously don't really watch.
They don't know the space.
They've never watched Media Watchers. They've never watched Michael Seiger. They've never watched any of that. If you're a real old school, maybe they're not all old school domainers. I don't know.
You could probably get Michael Seiger there.
Yeah, Michael Seiger. You
could probably get him across to the Domain Summit. He leaves GoDaddy in May.
Yes.
So I was speaking to him on Twitter, messaging him, see what he's up to, if he's open to opportunities. He's a very entrepreneurial person. And obviously,
he's an amazing exeter. Amazing exeter. He just manages to start something without failure, sell it to the best possible brand, and exit. God, he's good. And he creates good products as well.
And he's a nice guy. He's trustworthy.
Yes.
And when he says he's done do something, he does it, which counts for a lot. But yeah, he's definitely very successful. I mean, he'd be great to get there. Braden, whether Braden would come or not. We'd maybe get Mr. Premium across. That'd be quite good.
We'll see. We'll have a dinner with him and we'll have a chat.
Yeah. Could be good. So yeah, loads of things happening.
Yes. Have you noticed the sale of VIP.ai? So with all this AI thing, AI, well, not really artificial intelligence, still machine learning, though such a powerful tech. And ChatGPT is like killing Google. They are killing them. I'm absolutely sure they're killing them. And what do you expect of the .ai extension?
There's a few sales happening for it. I think people still prefer a .com with an AI.
Yes.
So, I think Google have just merged Google Mind and, or was it DeepMind, and their other project, which is the biggest thing that's happened in AI since, I think it was announced on Monday. They're two products that were distinctly different. They've merged them now together to form one.
They will be launching a search engine, a different search engine, I understand, called Magi.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
But they've got DeepMind is one of their AI things that where it became, there's I can't remember the game. There's a game in Asia, really complex game, and it beat the best human at it. The whole project.
Go. It is called Go. Yeah. Yes.
So I think it's DeepMind was that project, and they've now amalgamated with their other project. So yeah, it's interesting. I think the AI domains will sell because they're hype, aren't they? Probably to a domainer. But as an end user, I don't know how many people would buy a .ai.
Branding comes first.
How's it going? Yeah. I might make some more caps with different website addresses, or maybe make loads of little ones on the cap for the show. And then you can get one saying the forum guy.
So we have LL guy as well.
Yeah.
I only need a small cap for that.
Well, but big letters.
Big letters, yeah. I was looking to get some digital candy stuff done. But the problem is basically there's a solicitor in America that owns the .com. So I'm not allowed to promote it at the moment. So we're in discussions. I'm going to try and buy the domain name and the legal it's all trademarked and stuff. So I can't.
So you want to have digitalcandy.com? Yes.
Yeah, and the IP that goes with it. But we're in discussions. But I'm not really allowed to promote the Digital Candy. So I've not been. It's an amazing brand that I can't push forward. Like with DNForum, I couldn't do a press release under Digital Candy for acquiring it because I wasn't allowed to. Because I'm not allowed to do anything in America. So I love the Digital Candy brand. I think that will be for a global brand. I love it. I've just got to tie up the .com and we'll see how that goes. But it'll be good merchandise.
Absolutely awesome. And you've got beautiful colors as well. Colorful, playful.
Yeah, it's
nice.
It's
Lollipopish. All you need is what was the crazy chick from Harley Quinn? What was her name? Harley Quinn? No. Who was the crazy chick? Sam, do you know what I'm talking about? She's got that picture sitting in a jail, sipping cup of coffee. The friend of the Joker.
Oh right, I'm not too sure who it is.
I love that image. Absolutely awesome. Yeah, crazy awesome. Awesome is crazy and crazy is awesome. So Digital Candy, and are you in conversations with the seller?
Yeah. So I'm going to NamesCon in May, so I'll sit down with him then, and hopefully do a deal. Because I ideally want to tie up with a real life brand like Haribo or Candy Kitten in the UK, and Roundtrees or something like that, and try and do a collab. But I'm just hamstrung at the moment with it, so I can't really actively promote it. But I'll get there. Just take a bit of time, another month or so.
Okay.
And then I'll get all the merch.
But they know who you are, and that will raise up the price.
Well, I've been in chats for about a year. I was meant to go to Cancun in, I think it was March, and have a sit-down chat, but I couldn't get out there in the end. So I'll hopefully tie it up in May. The price is the price. There's not much I can do about it. Just have to work a bit harder or something.
Just earn that money and that's it. Yes. Sam,
Pretty
is there
much.
some domain name you are after? Like really?
No.
Can't
domains.
disclose. Can't disclose.
No domains anymore. I just want to sell the bloody things. If you can, if Ryan can sell selfiestick.com, then that's what I'm trying to sell at the moment. Selfiestick.com.
How much are you looking for?
Well, I priced it up silly, but I'd probably take between 10 and 20,000 US dollars. I had it priced at 100K, right? But basically, the small story is, I sold a domain name for a good amount at Co.uk, and part of the deal was to add up to the amount I wanted. Is they threw in Selfie Stick. Now, apparently, they paid 20,000 US dollars for it quite a long time ago. But I think if you check name bio, I think it's 15,000 it's been recorded at. Someone's recorded it at whatever price. You can look it up. But I just want to get... I know selfie sticks are still in. They used to be more popular, but they are still very popular even in 2023. So if I can get 10, 20,000 US dollars between that, I'd be happy with it. Obviously, I priced it up a lot, but
I'd be interested at 5.
5K, yeah.
I'll buy it now from you for 5.
So right now,
dollars.
Yeah, $5, yeah.
$5,000.
5,000, yeah.
Sam?
Yeah, I'll have a think about it, but yeah,
you can leave the stream plus 5K.
Yeah,
and just sitting and chatting. This is not your clubhouse, you know. This is a real deal. All you need is just proper people.
I think that's one of the things, right? When people come to me with any domain, I'll make an offer. Okay, It might not be the best offer. Like Selfie Stick for me, I'm thinking I would just sit on it basically, and I'd be looking for 75 to 100K at some point in my lifetime. it's nice. I don't know how relevant it is nowadays, but you know, I'd if you're only looking for 10 or 20, I'd do 5 on it, or I could probably sell it. I don't know. I'm guessing you've been to the usual culprits like Braden and what's his name, Drew.
That's what I was sort of looking at, trade price, but I know for a fact if you sold it end user, it would go for a decent sum, but that's just end user, isn't it? So it could be holding onto it forever, you know.
Yeah.
So
Sam, 5 tonight.
Oh, it's just not enough, is it?
Ask your
you
wife.
know, if you said 10, if you said $10,000, then I'd probably say yeah, because I'd just let go of it, you know. But
so 6.
Okay, what I'll do is 6,000 now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or 5,000 if you want to think about it.
You're talking in US dollars or UK pounds?
Dollars.
See, yeah, this is the problem. Yeah, we're not American. We should be speaking in pounds. Yeah. If you get close to 10,000, yeah.
It's up to you. I'll do 6 now or 5 if you want to think about it. I mean, I can have a deeper look into it if you want, and I might be able to get slightly up, but I'm not going to go. I would definitely wouldn't go above 7.
I was just thinking, like, what you if you wanted to try and sell it for me.
Did we just hear 7?
No, I need to do some. If I was going to get, I might be able to get to 7. But I'm now to 7, but I'd commit now to 6 or 5. It's 5 if you want to think about it. Could I sell it? There's quite a lot of work.
This is good for everybody who is watching. So now we have 2 professional domainers, and both are now fully on. Sam's eyes are shining as well. He can smell the money, and I know where he needs to hit. God, they are both dangerous.
Well, Ryan's gonna, even if Ryan buys it at 10, even if he buys it at 20,000, he's still, you can still make you can still make money. You know, there's still money on the table. You know, because like he said, he'd price it up to 75,000, leave it, and then it's going to sell one day. You know, but one day it could be, you know, 5 years, 10 years. You know.
Yeah, the thing. I mean, realistically, right? When I buy, let's say I buy it for 5 today.
Yeah,
I'll have sold it for 10 in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, you could easily sell it. Yeah,
right. I'd sell it for 10 easily. In 2 weeks. If I was to broker it, and let's say I brokered it and spent some time on it, and let's say I sold it for 15, right? A broker fee of 15%. It's not really where I want to be when I've got 6,000 domains that we're outbounding at about. We can outbound. So I run a family company. So I've got my mum and dad work for us, and my younger brother. So it's a finance company. They're on digital. So my mum and dad do outbounding on domains. They can outbound around about. I'd say about 10 domains a day, and about 500 emails in a day.
Wow!
So I was looking at employing some people to outbound, and the way with outbounding works is you send your emails every day, and then after a period of say 2 weeks, then when you're doing your chases, you do get a flow, right? But it's quite a skilled job because you need to go to Google, you need to find the right targets, you need to make sure that you're approaching the right people. But then you can get in a flow. So if you're just starting out to domaining, if you get outbounding every day, even if you just send 50 emails, let's say you do that in an hour, over time it compounds. So you will get sales and you will do well, especially if you're selling in the 5,000 range, say $4,000 to $5,000. You can do really well. When you try and sell these higher end items, it is much harder. It takes much longer to get a sale. But if anyone has a .com, I generally would make an offer, but I have to make it so that it's worthwhile. I don't want to, there's a bit of a jump down from 10. If I pay 10,000 now for it, there's a bit of a drop if I need to sell quickly.
Well, it's sold on Namejerk for 15,000. That's 2017. So surely it's going to be worth more money now.
It's just the relevancy of the term, isn't it? I don't know. I need to look at Google Trends. Has it gone down? I might be interested at 7.5. I don't want to do tonight at 7.5, but I might be interested at 7.5. maybe.
There's no rush, like if you're keen, you can, just let me know and we'll do something. But or even swap a domain. I don't know. But I just it would be good just to sell it.
I think one of the things, when you're buying and selling domain names, and I've lost a couple of deals this month whereby a GoDaddy broker came to me and said, look, got a client wants to buy the domain. And I said, look, it's 15,000. And they came back and said, look, we can do a deal now at 5,000. And I said, well, look, I'll agree at 6,000. Right now, why anyone, and this is a lesson I learned, why you would negotiate from 5,000 to 6,000 when in relevant terms, it's not really that big of a deal. Yes. And I lost the deal because of that 1,000. Right. And it's crazy because the domain itself was like jolong.com, JOLONG, company in Australia, I think it was Windows or something. Right. That's just an absolute crazy mistake. And I've made a lot of mistakes, and that's how you learn. But to risk an average domain for 5,000 to get 6 is just crazy. So similar to Selfie Stick, cash is king at the end of the day. And if you can put that money to something else and get a better return, there's a cost of having the money, isn't there? Or cost of having the domains. So you can kind of put a case for it being 10 grand, and you can kind of put a case for it being 5.
Yeah.
So should we agree at 5?
Oh God. I wish.
Tonight, Sam.
6,000 can be in your bank by 30 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, and then it'll be flipped for 20k.
So what?
In 45.
So what? And if it sells for 2k,
I was saying $10,000 is a good trade price. Now I haven't advertised it. I did put it on that Name Pros, right? And I got a lot of response with people wanting to buy it, and they were like, "How much do you want?" And I was saying to them, to everyone that was inquiring, I was saying like 25, 20, and they were like, "Oh, I'm interested, but I wouldn't pay that much, as high as that." So the first time I talked about it between 10 and 20 is tonight. So I think $10,000 is very reasonable, but I would go slightly lower than that.
Bang. Okay. Second part.
Yeah.
Carry on, Ryan. This is beautiful.
Just go into Estibot. See, I know Estibot's rubbish, but you can see, you can see the value of it, and you just search the terms with Selfie Stick and see how many companies there are that sell them. I've got an affiliate site on there at the moment. Well, it's not fully running affiliate site, but I've got blog posts talking about Selfie Sticks, and it's got a site up.
Okay, how about this? If you believe that the resale value will be high, how about 5,000 and 20% of future resale?
20% of future resale.
Obviously, that would have to be on trust, but
love it.
How do you spell it? Is it SEL?
I'll just type it into the private thing. Hold on. Yeah, there's lots of ways of spelling. I've got the correct way.
Is it IE? Is it?
Yeah. I'll just post it in the private thing.
Are you trying to get the price down?
SELFIE. I was getting confused when I bought it.
Because the knockoff one, which I typed in, is SELFIISTICK, so without the E, and that's on huge domains for 2-3.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's
so whoever is wondering, this is the domain name.
Yeah.
And whoever is watching, you are most welcome to jump in with your offer.
Yeah.
Let us hope that we trust your.
Or should I post it on Acorn Domains, or should I post it back on DNForum?
And then tomorrow, the offer is back on 5K. Why not?
Well, I'll give you a future resale on it if you think it's going to sell. That's kind of a middle ground. When I sell it for 100 grand, you can have 20.
Aye.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to sell it.
You just don't want somebody else to get more money for it.
Yeah.
Even though you would come out as a winner.
Well, yeah.
So Sam, you would prefer to get 10K now than additional 20K after it is sold? I
don't know. I'm just thinking, do I want to sell it now? I don't know. Like, I just, I thought, if I could get a reasonable amount now, I'd probably sell it because I could use the money. See what I mean? And basically, I'm selling some of my domains that I've had for a long time because I'm doing other things. I'm like developing and concentrating on affiliate stuff rather than concentrating on all my domains. I can't hold all these domains forever. And
how much would be a good amount of money for you to get, like, say, in the next 7 days? Like 25 grand, 50 grand?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, so if you send me your portfolio, whatever, then we can do a deal at that level, somewhere in there. I don't know how many domains you've got or what you've got, but if you're looking for, say, 25, 50 range, I can probably put a deal together and I'll buy your portfolio.
So what are you after? Just obviously after just the good ones?
Well, I'll do the whole portfolio. If you've got comms, that's going to strengthen them. But if you've got some nice, I didn't realise the quality of your portfolio, to be honest. I didn't realise that there's a couple you've had recently that were really nice. The one you sold to Jeff, really nice. And if you've got Cobra.
I've got things like migrate.co.uk and back.co.uk and gel.co.uk and Kim, KIM, all the nice old ones.
If you're looking for a lump sum exit, then I could probably do that for you. And I'll buy the portfolio. But email it across to me, whatever. But
I'll chuck a list across, but obviously I do want to hold some sort of domains. I don't want to literally release everything I've got, Is that what you're after, literally buying out everything? Yeah. Everything. I'll tell you what, I'll chuck you a list and see what you can, if you can offer me a decent amount, then maybe we can do a deal.
Okay.
But I've got some really, Helmuts knows and everyone knows I've got some really nice names. Some of them are, like in any portfolio, some of them are crap. Some of them are names that are just, that I've registered for other things. But then some of them are really good. And the really good ones is what everyone wants. It's because everyone wants to, a lot of the time where I've had people after certain things, they're like, want to cherry pick, and they go, give you 15 grand for that, 10 grand for that. And I'm like, they're cherry picking. They want the best of the best. Whereas obviously if you buy out a portfolio, you can have everything, even the junk.
I think the weird thing is, to be honest, the really weird thing is that the junk sells easier and it sells for more.
That's the funny
thing.
When
you've got, like, even Selfie Stick, right? I think a fair price is $100,000, right? To someone, because it is a bit iconic. There's a collector element to it, so it's reasonable. I think 75 to 100 is reasonable. But as an owner, you want 100K, but then it becomes very hard because you might have to wait 5, 8, 10 years for that sale. And then you run the risk, like with something like Selfie Stick, whereby it's maybe goes out of fashion or the term changes. But the point is that it's much harder. I find it harder to sell the ultra premium domains than like I've done a few sales at, say, 5, 10, 15,000. When you look at the domain, you're like, oh, geez, that's a tough one. But that's where having a big portfolio helps.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I used to have a lot of .coms. I don't have many .coms now. I've diluted my .uk's. I'm obviously not a real lover of .uk's, but that's just because I've done more business on .co.uk. And I don't have masses and masses. I had loads. I think I had about 4,000, 5,000 3-letter.uk's. And I think you had a load, didn't you, as well? And
Yeah,
you
I've
were the
just
one that was dropping them all, weren't you? And then all the drop catchers are like, catch, catch, catch. And I'm like thinking, I'm looking at these and I'm thinking, hold on a minute. Didn't I drop loads of these similar ones and no one caught them? Then there was hundreds available to register. And now everyone's gone in a frenzy of catching crap 3-letter domains. And the thing is I bet you were looking at renewals and you thought, oh, I'm not going to renew. There's no point renewing these. You know?
What it was not, so I bought them. I can't remember who I bought them for like £2,500. I bought 500 of them for £2,500. I had to renew them, which cost me £2,500. Right, I thought that's fine. I'll have a go at it.
Yeah.
The problem was Nominate stopped their 2-year promotion, so I was counting on the £2.50 for 2-year promotion. That was why my original buying decision. I thought I'll have a go at them. And to be honest, I've had 3 or 4 offers at 500 to 750 for them. They weren't always listed for sale because I was long story, and I tried domain parking and things. But you can sell them, and it was just that I was a bit annoyed with Nominate for not having the promotion. It came round, and to be honest, I let 450 of them drop. I should have, maybe in hindsight, I wish I'd kept them, but that's one deal I can point to where I've lost money on. Literally 5,000 down the drain. I didn't sell any. I've got offers on 3 or 4 of them, so I might lose basically £2,500 on that deal. The other thing is that one of the realization is you need to be liquid. You need to have enough money to buy other stuff and not get too involved in one asset. When I first started, I bought a domain for like £2,500. 18 months ago, I sold it for 40,000 in the first month, but I was acutely aware that you have to buy at the right price, and buying at the right price means selling tomorrow if I need it for more than what I paid for it. And if you start buying like I have, I bought synagogue.com for like 28,000. I bought pizza delivery for 15,000. You get stuck in those domains, and there's a big drop down if you can't ship them quickly. But as an overall part of my budget, I'm okay with it because they're kind of long-term holds. You just have to be careful when you're buying stuff. But
how much do you want to get for synagogue.com?
I think it's up for 75,000.
75,000.
Yeah. I
Sam,
priced it for
make an offer.
I'm all right.
Well, you can make a nice affiliate site, make money from.
Look, I'm trying to make money, not spend it.
Someone actually offered the previous owner $100,000 for it, and a joint venture on it, so that it would become a directory for synagogues and rabbis and whatever else. And he turned it down, and he wanted $500,000. He owned it for years, wanted $500,000, turned down 100,000. Needed some money, came to me. I spent about 3 months negotiating with him, and then eventually I did a deal at 28,000.
So he lost. Okay,
well, he wouldn't have lost. I think he paid 14 for it 10 years ago.
Yes.
So he still made his money. But there comes a price when you're negotiating whereby other investors will step in and buy it. So I think Mr. Premium was about to buy it. They were due to meet up the next week, and I just happened to make an offer within 24 hours. So I ended up with the domain.
Or just think of now virtual reality is coming in, and all this technology that we still haven't seen. Churches will go online more and more. They are already trying their best. I know that there are several live stream cameras that are working. Their main clients are churches.
Yeah.
They keep streaming, and synagogue going online. It's just a question of the time. And then when synagogues go online, then synagogue.com should be the main one. It isn't a brainer. At 75.
I think the thing is that there's 2 steps of domaining. One is making enough money to live by being a full-time domain. And then there comes a step up from it where you're trying to preserve the amount of domains you have. So when you have enough domains that you get 2 inquiries a day or something like that, you can afford to be really bullish because you only need to sell a limited number. The trick is to sell as least number of domains as possible for as most as possible. Cover renewals, make your money, reinvest, and then forget about them. And over time, you will get those really high figures. So there's a couple of like steps up to domaining, but you obviously have to be patient and wait for the right offer.
So you're looking for 70, 75 in the US?
84,500.
82,500.
84,500.
84,000.
But I mean, I would go lower to another investor on that. If I would come down. But for an end user, I was thinking of repricing it back up to say 250 to 500 and forgetting about it.
Oh, now he's playing.
No, as in I'm happy if someone wants the domain now.
Sam is smiling because he knows that's true, and Ryan is smiling as well.
Well, funny you say about the churches, but I had an offer today. I own frontrunners.com.
Frontrunners, okay.
Okay, so it's a portfolio purchase. I think it worked out about 5,000 for the domain. And I had a church come to me from the Netherlands called Frontrunners Ministries.
Oh, okay.
.nl. They came in, they said, look, 2,500. And I said, no, unfortunately, it's not going to work. They said 5,000. And I said, no, it's not going to work. Because the thing is, I didn't realize that I had it priced up at $22,500. So, which is way underpriced for where I want to be. I want to be, for that domain, probably 75 to 125,000. So I said, it's up to you. I'll honor the 22,500, but otherwise it's due to be repriced. So a lot of my domains like synagogue and stuff are priced in the early stage of marketing where I'll take a slightly lower price. But, you know, Frontrunners, I really like that as a brand. Synagogue, I do like that. So I generally, when I buy a domain, a couple of months at a really good price, and then I would put it into the long-term hold and forget about it. So synagogue's going.
What is the story with Frontrunners?
The offer came in at 5,000. He 2,500, then 5,000. Then I said to him, look, I can spread the payments over 5 months, and I'll give you 10% discount because it's an organisation, or whatever it's charity. It's up to you. Take it or leave it. So that was today. So I don't know, but I don't really want to sell it for 20, to be honest. So, but again, based on what I paid for it, where I'm at, I would sell it. But
and that is a good upgrade for them. That is a great upgrade for them.
Yeah, and it's worth more to them. You know, if you sit on it for 5 years or something, which they're going to do, that'd be worth. You know, it will massively increase in value. So I think that's a nice domain.
Yes.
But sometimes you just need to know when to take the 6,000.
Exactly. Or 7. Sam.
I tell you what, right? Selfie sticks sold for $30,000 US.
To end user.
I would have paid.
To end user.
I would have paid 30,000 with the S. That's definitely, I can see why they'd pay that. Because you can sell more than one, can't you? So it's definitely, that's where the S is better.
But then I prefer the single.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know, like Ryan said about repricing what he'd price it at, and that's what I've pretty much got it priced at the moment on GoDaddy. 75. I think it's $75,000 US, which I thought was pretty cheap. But there you go.
I think I've got skiers.com, which I've got priced at 125,000, and skier.com is 5 million.
Yeah, there you go.
So, and it's hard to know which one of those is better for the money, in terms of which one's a better brand to run off. But there's some interesting.
Yeah, because you don't buy selfie sticks; you buy a selfie stick. See what I mean? There you go.
Yeah, but you're the buyer, aren't you? Yeah, you would buy a selfie stick from a company that sells selfie sticks.
Jab back.
You can work it both ways, can't you?
Yeah.
But
it's a nice domain.
Yeah, it's. I put it on Name Pros and they listed it in premium, so it is a premium. They class it as a premium, but obviously I'm I'm a member of all the forums on it, so you know. But I don't know. I don't get to use them as much as some people because I can't spend all day on a forum. You know.
I suppose the thing is, it's more about a relationship, isn't it? Like if you were to sell that to now, for example, and then your portfolio, then you might win or lose on this deal, but then on the next one you win.
I'll tell you what I can do is if I put selfie, if I did selfie stick, and I did a few other ones like back.co.uk, gel.co.uk, kim.co.uk. I've got gels.co.uk. I've got a load of other good very short ones like twin.co.uk. Then maybe we could do a deal, something like that, if it was a good amount. Obviously, like a lot of names like that. And I've obviously got service.co.uk, but I don't really want to sell that at the moment because I've only just started building that. And that's obviously advertised on Acorn, my little moderator banner.
Yes, all the moderators get free banners. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm just playing around with that one because
whoever is watching
a lot
from
of traffic.
Yes. Just a quick note: whoever is watching from DNForum, yes, every moderator will get a free banner. Yes.
So what are we all moderators again?
Well, if you want to be a moderator at DNForum, I just need to talk to Biggie first. I understand that Biggie is the main one. Yes.
Amplify as well as another.
Amplify. Yes.
Amplify. Two of them. There's two or three that have been there since day one and quite passionate about it.
Oh, that's I just want to talk to the main guys to hear the story, and I don't need to overthrow anybody. I'm not after revolutions. I'm not that type of person. Apart from lifetime memberships, that thing is gonna go. That thing is gonna go. I don't know how. Yes.
What's that all about?
Ryan never.
Is that what Dicker created on that forum? Because I remember I am a member of it, but
yes, but you can buy lifetime memberships or something. No, like whoever is selling, whenever in any niche, when people are selling lifetime memberships, I don't know, can it be classified as scam or not? But somebody is trying to raise money very, very quickly, as lifetime is unsustainable. I don't know a single niche where lifetime subscriptions are sustainable.
It's like joining up to lifetime membership of VPN. You know the service is going to be crap if it's a lifetime.
Not only crap, the providers, they need to maintain the customer support. They need to pay for the servers. Exactly. They need to.
The thing is, remember that it was owned by Epic, so Epic were doing lifetime domain renewals, and look how that's worked.
Lifetime, yes, but lifetime were introduced before that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Right. Okay.
Lifetime were already at the time of Adam Dicker, already then.
Okay. So someone contacted me and they were putting loads of spammy posts up. So I basically deleted down their posts. They said, look, I've been a member here for 10 years. I've got a lifetime membership. Basically, who do you think you are? And I said,
I'm the owner.
I said, well, I'm the owner. Your last 100 posts have been bumped or up or whatever it is. Basically, if you don't like it, go elsewhere. I'm really not bothered, right? You had no value to this forum. You had no conversation, no anything. See you later. I mean, I don't know why these people I can understand if you're contributing, you're having a conversation, fine. If you're just going on there pumping utter trash domains and putting up, bump, and all that, just goodbye, bye, see you later. And then it gets better because then they emailed Digital Candy to say, you've got a moderator called Ryan on the forum and it was really rude to me.
Love
this stuff.
And Ryan, and what did you reply?
I replied, yeah, thanks for the message. You're not adding any value, as I told you. I'm the owner,
Yes.
See you later. If you don't like it, bye-bye. I don't think you should be beholden to just these people.
And it is also important to, when even you know that you are superior, not to be way too arrogant. Just to remind the person exactly what he has done and that you are the owner actually, and then that's it. I
don't think I even said the owner card. I think I said, look, I've looked through your last 100 posts, and all you're doing is putting up and bump on junk posts. You're not integrating with people, communicating with people or anything. So if you don't like it, by all means, go somewhere else. So I think DNForum just needs some rules, like maximum
Yes.
3 bucks on a post, and then just consistency of enforcing those rules so that there's value add in there. Otherwise, it's just.
We'll see. We'll see. Yes. First of all,
what was the figure you bought it for then? 5 figures?
Me?
No, Helmuts. Sorry, bought the forum.
We can say 5. And that's enough. And nothing else. That's it. Whatever you do. Sell the selfie stick for 5 and be happy.
I don't understand this though. Why,
Sam, do you realize that I know that I can send a message now to your wife over Facebook and say, "Hey, Sam is rejecting." No, I haven't sent anything yet, ever. No, I'm not blocked. Look, and I can say, "Hey, you can get
Ryan knows
right now. Go and slap him. Just go and slap him. He's not taking selfie for selfiestick.com."
Basically, when I sold this domain and got this other domain, that was like 20,000. That was basically the $20,000 dollars extra. Yeah. So I always wanted to get over $20,000 for it. Yeah. But then when I'm coming down to 10, 20, it's and lower than 10, then it's just crazy, isn't it?
I think the thing is, I'm most generous on a Wednesday after 8 o'clock. When I go to suddenly it becomes 3,000.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm happy to do it at 6. If you want it, great. If not, great.
Or we were talking that we could. I could send you the other list of co-UKs. And see what you think.
If you want out, I'll buy your portfolio, your UKs.
Well, I don't want completely out, but I can sell you my best names.
Okay, but if you want whatever, they're 2 separate deals. I don't really want to mingle the two because the comms are more digital candy and the UKs might be more.
Okay, you keep them separate, do you?
Yeah, just the way because I don't have any UKs on my digital candy because it's a conflict of interest.
Okay.
Happy to have that conversation. There's 2 other big acquisitions that might happen.
Okay.
Okay, number 1. Domain law may be on the radar
for you,
for me. Yeah, I've had conversations
with Dennis
for 2 years, and then about when I was looking to tie up Acorn Domains, I was also trying to tie up domain law. So that would be domain law and all his portfolio.
Wow!
And in particular, he owns Escrow.uk, which is a domain I want to run an escrow service off from the UK with FCA regulation. So it's in conversation. Whether I pull the trigger or not, I'm not sure. It might not be to the end of the year, but that's probably the only other acquisition in the UK. And then the second one, which I've spoken about before, but I've made a formal approach, and that is to buy the rights from Nominet of all the expired domains for the next 5 years. And that is going to just that'll be a goodbye drop catching. You'd have to go through an auction.
They'd never do that. Nominet would never do it.
Well, I mean, I've made a formal approach.
Okay, so now.
No, and plus,
UK domain.
No, if you did that, that would piss everyone off, wouldn't it?
Well,
all the domains.
Drop catching is a bit of a scam, right? There's so many people with multiple tags, right? No one gets a fair look in at all. It should at least be through an auction where
it's very hard, right? I'll be honest. I tried to use a couple of systems when the new thing come out, right? I won't mention names, but I used one company first, and they were kind enough to give me access for free to try and use it, right? And I had a month with them, and I said after a month I didn't catch anything, and I said, look, I haven't caught anything in a month, I'm not going to use it. Then I went to another company which we all know of.
Go on.
All know of, right? And I caught Migrate, I caught a free letter. You saw some of the nice ones that I caught, but it was like £100 a month to hire it, and then I was only getting maybe 1 or 2 names a month. And that's not enough, right? Now I'm at the stage of developing my own drop catching system, but it's a ball ache because You've got to set it all up. Then you've got to have 6 threads, and they've all got to be set up right with, because the EPP you get 1,000. You get 1,000 per 24 rolling hour, right? And you get up to, per tag, you can use 6 threads. Now you've got to set each of your 6 threads different amounts. Now, so when the domain drops saying at 4:45 and 36 seconds, all of your 6 threads have got to get ready to fire, right? And then imagine how many people are hammering that EPP server or at Nomina. So then you've got to do it before that time, and then one of us magically gets it. Now, it's
that is like human nature, like man with a woman, exactly.
It's so
1 out of a million.
Before, when we used to drop catch, my drop catching system used to run 24-hour rolling, and it used to rotate, and it used to poll the domains, and you used to have DAC, and you used to have EPP, and I used to catch domains all the time, right? As soon as they changed it to this new system, they said, yeah, it's a fairer system. It's gonna evade all the multi tags and everyone else. It's not a fairer system. There's pretty much one guy running the chasing, right? That's hiring out all the software, and they're the only ones catching the domains, and everyone else is just stuffed because they haven't got a system. Now, what they should have done is Nominate should have given out or produced a software that we all have, which is like a lottery where we all pay for, say like 300 quid a month or whatever. We don't even mind how much it is. And then we all have a lottery, put the names in, and it's basically you click the button or the server runs and it picks one Nominate member each time. Now that would be a more fairer system because all these different softwares and everyone creating different systems and loopholes, and because how does like domain law and all the other
surely the fairest thing to do would be to just for them to be an auction, whether it's Nominate's own platform or
that was an option, wasn't it? Yeah,
starts at £1, and whoever bids on it gets bid, because there's also abuse of the drop catching with these SEO domains where people are catching them. Like someone came to me, a football club, they had a forum, the guy died, the domain dropped, someone caught it and was trying to sell it back to them for £5,000. Right, it's just not right. Like there's certain things that are just not right with the process. I'm not bothered about this. It's just about making it fair, because it's not fair at the moment. It's never been fair.
It's never been fair since the start. But see, Nominate, what were they going to originally do? They were going to say £1,000 per member to even get involved in drop catching. And then there was loads of different options. There was like the auctions and this and that. Then obviously the committee, then all the people that mentioning the drop catchers were like, you know, some people were like, this is my livelihood. You can't kill my livelihood, which it did. It affected me because when the drop catching went away, I used to catch names all the time, and I don't catch hardly any now. And obviously we used to catch the link names, right? And I used to either sell them to SEO guys or park them up, you know, and make money out of them. Now it's just there's particular people, if you notice, catch all the time. It's like domain law. He obviously knows his software because he always catches well, right? There's him and there's a couple of other guys that always catch well. I'm still figuring it out. So if you see my tag catching the best names, you know I've figured it out. But yeah, my system's literally up and running, and I'm just tinkering with it now.
So Ryan, what is the process now for you? So you have made an official offer to Nominate. Yes. Can you tell us a bit more? Yes, some people might get upset, and yes, you are attacking businesses, but
what you're trying to buy the list, buy the expiry.
I've approached them to see if I can buy the rights for the next 5 years. For every domain that drops, I would get 30 days rights of basically auctioning it off on flip. That's what I've approached them with.
And can you disclose the amount that you have offered?
No, not at the moment. But
you're looking at offering them a lot. Are you offering them a certain amount of money as well? Is that what it is?
Yeah. So you're looking at close to 7 figures a year would be the offer. and then it's just working on the process. But whether they accept it, whether it's on the table, I don't know. But I know that I've had the conversation and submitted the proposal. And then the next thing is obviously, if they were to accept, then what would the monetary value of that be, and how would it work? What would be the process? Would they come across for a period of time, and then, like, to keep it fair, all domains go into auction, and then ones that aren't bid on then go into a drop process, something like that. So there's multi-stage. It's going to take a while to negotiate through, and whether it's possible or not, I don't know. But it's certainly by far the fairest way of doing it. Dennis' system is great for drop catching. Mo uses it. There's quite a lot of people that use it. You get tied to exclusivity with domain law to auction domains, but generally part of the problem at the moment is that domains, it's just a race to zero. People catch the domains, they don't hold on to them or develop them. It's just straight away on Acorn, straight away on the forum. It's £5, £10, £20. It's no way to make like I was in UK's quite big. I did the 90 grand, whatever it was, in 2019. But the point is it's very hard to make money in UK domains. You basically have to buy them and forget about them, versus .coms, where you can earn probably 50 to 100,000 pounds a year relatively easily, compared to .uk's. But they're the two next big, whoever does that deal, they're the two big ones: domain law and Nominet. And I think it's fairer.
That will be
interesting. And end users will come in, so prices will go up. It improves the end user sale of all domains, because at the moment it's just a race to zero. So it's obviously a bit controversial, but it is what it is.
Some news today.
Well, we've got to have some interesting. We've got to have some.
Well, Ryan's got plenty of money. Then I'm going to raise the prices.
only if I can sell selfie stick, though. That's what it comes down to.
Yes,
for 100 grand, then I can move on to other things. But yeah, it would be a good thing for the industry, but we will see.
Also reminder to the UK domainers, or anybody who is targeting UK domainers, there's only one place. There's only one place to market your service or product to the UK domainer. It is Aiken Domain. AikenDomains.co.uk. That is the only forum, the only community for the UK domainers. Highly concentrated. You can come and advertise. Advertising spots are limited. The prices are up, and we are getting off those cheap banners. The previous banners that were sold for £20, £30 or something, that's gone. That's history. It will never be back. It will never be back. And now it is a place for you to promote your business and to get eyeballs. Yes.
Definitely.
Sam?
Yeah.
What are you thinking about?
Do I get a banner space on DNForum as well now?
Do you want to be a moderator?
I'll be administrator so I can delete people.
Well,
doing a lot of that with DNForum.
I'm against the thought police. Let us use that word.
I can be a moderator if you need a hand, but if there's loads of moderators on there's no point, is there?
There will be a limited number of moderators, people who are there often. Absolutely. But DNForum is a global domain name forum. It will be competing with NamePros. Absolutely. And yes, I understand why even this video announcement wasn't approved at NamePros. That's okay.
Did you try posting it on there?
Of course. Why not?
No, because
I do post. I have this thread
for everything.
I have a thread. Sam, I have a thread where I say, "Hey, host Maria live streams.
Yeah.
How many streams do we have about domain names? How many?
Loads.
How many?
No, one other Sherpa,
and that is a recorded one.
Right.
There's a couple of there's Alvin, that Alvin guy. He does some stuff, but that's interviews.
You've got
yes, Australians are doing interviews
and all that lot. Yeah.
Yes, but anyway, so the content is in very, very limited quantities, and I'm doing live streams. Hey, come, amazing! You both guys are absolutely amazing, both experienced, and you are the champions. Here you go. Come, ask the questions. Sometimes you can send me a DM with your portfolio. We will review it free of charge. Come and learn from the best. And then this is the UK. These are the UK boys, and there'll be more. Anyway. So Sam, we can talk about it. I need to see the authority of your DNForum's
username
profile. Maybe that's the one that is just a bump up one.
No, I literally I've had an old account, but it's I think it's I don't know what it is, gold account or some crappy account, but I think I'm called Wizard UK on there or something. I can't remember.
Oh, then we probably can find a Wizard if it is not taken. Yes, but and again, I'm not bringing in any revolution.
Are you bringing your administrator from Acorn?
Felix admin, absolutely, yes. He will be administrating both. Both forums are not competing with each other. They are two different platforms, absolutely two different. The main thing is the main mission. They shall be monetized. They shall be monetized. I haven't purchased them to sell them. Absolutely not. Also, I have a strategic partnership with IT.com already. I will be working with strategic partnerships with Flip. Sorry, not with Flip. With Cedar. I definitely want to. I want to meet above.com. I'll meet other guys, and I want to start putting up those sidebar things that we have at Icon Domains. The Flip. Yes. I understand that Flip is getting free exposure at the moment from our. And it is nice. After the acquisition, we are getting like 300 to 400 visitors a day. So, and those are all domainers. Yes, we can talk about that on Friday. Yes, another news. Yes, we are having an interesting dinner on Friday. Very, very interesting one.
I've noticed there's a question. Joe's asked a question.
Oh, yes. Very nice. Hello, Joe.
So what we do, so there's 4 people that outbound 10 domains a day. So we'll go through Google, we'll type the domain in, we'll find suitable people, go to their website, submit a form. You can probably do I think I can do around about 100 emails in an hour. So 5 hours of work to outbound. But it's manual. I am looking at email software whereby you put in the inquiry and it will automate chase up, stuff like that. There's 2 or 3 providers, about £30 a month. So HubSpot. You create the no, not HubSpot. It's I can't think of my head. There's 3 or 4 providers, and what you do is you create a chain of say 8 or 10 emails, and then you put the person's email address and it sends the first one. If they don't reply, it will automatically send after 4 days, then after 2 days, then after another 2 days. So that's what I'm looking at the moment. But at the moment, it's manual. We go in, send an email from Outlook. Hi, are you interested in buying the domain name? Same email to everyone, and then sending them out. But generally, you should be able to do about, I would say, about 100 emails an hour.
Okay, so you have but you need to research. You need to do the research. You need to harvest those emails. Who does that?
So that's something we would manually do. There's 4 of us. So we would go. If let's say you want to sell selfiestick.com.
Okay.
Go to Google, type in selfie stick, do the search on the domain name. It will bring up a load of people that are using similar domains. Go to the website, go to the contact page, take the email address, send the email, go to the contact form, fill in the contact form, and then go back to Google and go back to the next available opportunity. So some domains like haulage, I did haulage, and it's like 500 opportunities for haulage.com, and other domains, there may only be 3 or 4 matches, and you move on to the next domain. And then we'll do a chase after 4 days, but it's manual, human people on a computer doing it.
Have you tried using Bing search?
Yeah, we look at Bing search. We also looked at .db.
I am really curious now about Bing search, as they were the corporation behind ChatGPT, and they have integrated ChatGPT's functionality into search. And I understand their search has become more interesting now. That provides new types of results. I'm really curious testing them out.
I might say,
And
yeah, I
talking
haven't
about
looked
what
at,
you talking about what you speak, that could be
Yeah.
interesting. That could be interesting.
yeah, I'm trying to think. Not recently, I haven't been on Bing, but it's probably worth a look. But generally,
Yes.
like if you think about it, the top matches for your domains are going to be the people who understand the internet and understand SEO and understand the upgrade opportunities.
Oh, of course. And those who understand have had invested already money. They understand that it costs money to get there. Yes, to
Correct.
play the game, to play the existing today's game. Thank you, Joe. Good question. So, and at the moment, you are just filling out the contact forms. Yes.
Yeah, and take the email address, send them an email, and then the next thing I'm looking at is an automation program that will send reminders and chasers and stuff like that.
And how are you keeping the records? Google Sheets?
Monday.com.
Monday.com.
So we use Monday for it's kind of convenient. You can email and it will automatically put it into a comment thread on Monday. So Monday's like a spreadsheet.
Yes.
Put your domain in. You can email when you email the client. You can include a generic email, and it will put the conversation into the threads, so you can see as you go forward. But I'm kind of looking at maybe some kind of CRM, but that will be part of maybe Brandable and Digital Candy, where we will outbound for you. Squad help do it with letting you know if a new company's registered. Maybe a good.
Yes.
With some of this automation, I'm not sure whether we would use Salesforce or whether we would build it into a kind of standalone product that you can say, look, auto outbound for me, and it will go through and do the process that we do. Because you could create a bot to do what I'm doing. I'm kind of a bit torn between employing people because there's a level of skill and creating a bot that will just go through Google, open up the page, find the contact form, send the message. You can use Ubot Studio. Don't know if you come across it, but it's pretty powerful. Ubot Studio, for anyone that does automate, like anything that's marketing automation, it's really, really good. For it. You can do it on your desktop as well for loads of different things. Really, really good.
I will check it tomorrow for the main summit.
Yeah.
For all those who are getting LinkedIn messages from me, that is Galaxy working. I absolutely love it. I love Galaxy. WALLXC. Galaxy. Oh my god. And
I don't really like
message sequences and stuff, but and you can pull in the lists. All you need to do is just prepare the message and craft it, and just prepare, and it is so bloody effective. Yes, 1 in 200, 300 people might come back and say, "Wow, why are you writing me?" or something like that, or just. But mostly people understand. That is LinkedIn is a place where people do business. It is plain simple. It is not your Instagram, not the Facebook. It is the place where people do business. Global market for anything and everything. Yeah, and if done properly, if that list is of your if your people is crafted carefully. I love about one thing about the LinkedIn. I would prepare the list of people to contact based on the groups. Based on the groups they are members of.
Okay.
That is a little secret I'm using. So so I'm contacting to all the people who are in few specific LinkedIn domainer groups, and then if a person is in a domainer group, at some level he or she should be connected to the domain name industry. If he isn't, well, why are you there? And then it isn't a brainer really for me to contact them and say, hey, have you heard of London Domain Summit?
Yeah, I had 2 legal groups on LinkedIn with 20,000 members on that I've just sold with a website about 2 months ago. Yeah, I also had a B&B website with, I can't remember how many, 5,000 properties listed. I've had random collections of websites and stuff, but LinkedIn groups were okay. Well, again, you've got to go in and moderate them. I approve the posts. Probably one of the best things on the group would be to make it so you apply with your email address. So you redirect them to a website, fill in their details, and then allow them into the group. But I never got around to doing it, to be honest. But
Ryan, I actually think that LinkedIn groups are crap, but the members there. So that is the only place where to find specifically targeted people.
But as a group owner, you can't send group messages. I think you can do one sponsored post or something a week or something. LinkedIn's interesting, although it does bug me when people send me automated messages, and I'm the 1 in 200 that sends back an abusive message.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Thank you. So, the last thing, what do you want to promote? We've been on for 2 hours already, and sadly, the domain hasn't been sold. Selfiestick.com hasn't been sold. Sam has left, I think, $7,000 right now on the table. He's leaving the battle without $7,000 that could be in his bank account within 30 minutes. Sam, how do you feel about that?
Well, is the offer changed now? Is it? I
Judging from the
I think
judging from a vibe, I think 7,000 would be something that you could agree. Am I correct? Am I reading you correctly, Ryan? I'm not the best poker player. Oh, you see? Okay, Sam.
I was at 6, but yeah, 7.
So we're talking 7 now, are we?
Yes.
But this is 7 now or never.
And the live stream is ending as well. We are on 1 hour 56 minutes.
Yeah, my Mac's about to die actually.
Yeah. Oh, here you go. Now there is a
or ping me an email with your stuff, and then
5, yes.
Yeah, I'll ping your email or
Sam, 7,000 selfiestick.com, and you will have the money tonight. $.
$7,000.
And it is a sure sale.
I was thinking if
you know you can think, and then bang, you do the deal. You walk away 7,000.
No, because you've got to remember we're talking US dollars. Yeah.
And
that only equivalents to 5,690.
No.
Yeah.
Use the xe.com. What is it? 7,000.
I don't know. What is it? xe.com.
Yes, xe.com. Go look it up.
Probably 5-6.
Yeah.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, I better.
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm sure we'll do a deal anyway.
We'll do something. That's 9 o'clock. Bloody hell.
And then when we're next on or something, we'll have to do some live trades.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. I've always got domains to trade.
Awesome. Yes, it is £5,615. Yes.
Yeah.
That's correct. So you are saying no at the moment to $7,000, Sam?
It's a bit cheap.
Counting one. That's it. I'm dead serious. Counting 2, $7,000 can be in your bank account. Counting 2, and Sam.
We're not doing live auctions yet.
No, we are actually. So, and shall I do the third one?
Bong.
The hammer's down.
Unsold. Yeah. That's it. Here you go. That is how the miners lose money. Thank you all for watching. The battle of negotiations was really interesting. Yes,
7,000. That would have been a great deal. That would have been a great deal to take. I think Helmut did you well there because I was at 6 originally, and then I thought, well, I'll go to 7. But I think that would have been reasonable. That was out of my comfort zone, but I'll let it go because I would have done it. But
and a good lesson is those assets need moving. They need to move. That is something that Mr. Coulter, Shane Coulter, always says: move your assets, buy, sell them more expensive.
Yeah,
that's it. I love the guy. Okay, awesome. Thank you, gentlemen. Yeah. You both are absolutely amazing animals. Crazy. And we are all nuts about the names. Thank you. Good night.
Thanks, Sam.